Our next guest launched a Make America Great Again ETF in September. It only holds companies that are friendly to Republicans. And by the way, it has outperformed the S&P since it started trading. Some of the companies which are in that ETF, we showed them on the screen just moments ago. They include Caterpillar, they include Chevron, Boeing, Home Depot, among many others. Hal Lambert is the CEO and Managing Director at Point Bridge Capital, and he runs that ETF. I know, I read your stuff, you're bullish. You are saying that as of right now, we're going to go up 10% on the S&P by the end of the year. Is that correct?
Well, actually, I'm bullish into the summer, and I think we could do 10% in the first half of this year, definitely, because of the tax cuts and the economic policies that President Trump's been pushing.
You think that the tax cuts and these policies of growth, they're strong enough to give us another 10% on top of what is the 35% we've already had for the S&P?
I do, although, you know, the elections in November are going to be key. So I think we could see a pause this summer and some volatility to the downside as people start focusing on whether or not the Republicans can hold the House and the Senate.
So how will you structure your fund if you think that there might be a pullback in the summer? What would you do now?
Well, one of the things we've done is this fund is really an alternative for the ESG or socially responsible investing funds that are out there. And most of those are left-wing, you know, policy-type funds. And conservatives and Republicans really haven't had an option out there. So at Point Bridge Capital, we created the first ever Republican stock ETF. These are companies in the S&P 500. We looked at the political contributions of the PACs and the employees, and we took the top 150 Republican-supporting companies that are going to support the president's policies and put those in an ETF. Ticker, obviously, MAGA. And that's really what this is an alternative to that. We're calling it politically responsible investing so that Republicans and conservatives have an option.
I didn't know that. I honestly did not know that you were so closely linked with the president's growth agenda and the Republican Party and its politics. Didn't know that. Congratulations. You've obviously done very well. Next question. Will you now add Apple to your list of companies you'll buy?
No, not currently. They are one of the top Democrat donors. In fact, over 90% of their political contributions go to Democrats. Their PAC is highly Democrat. They were highly supportive of Hillary Clinton. So they're supporting. It's ironic that they're doing the right thing, which is bringing the money back from overseas and creating jobs. But those were all done because of President Trump's and the Republicans' tax cuts. That would have never happened had their candidates that they support had been put into power. So it's interesting that they have done what they've done. But if they change and start contributing to Republicans, money matters in politics. And so if they change and start contributing to Republicans, then we'll change.
Let me ask you about the other big name technology companies. We follow them very closely because they've done so well. I mean, the Microsofts, Googles, Facebook, Alphabet, and of course Apple. Would you put any of those big five, into your fund?
Only if they change their political giving. Right now, they are all heavy Democrat supporters. You know, you saw that Tim Cook at Apple came out against President Trump's DACA policy that he wants, and you know that has nothing to do with Apple. So those companies are really not contributing in the interest of their shareholders because these stocks are going up because of the tax cuts. So it's kind of interesting that they're against their own shareholders and their political giving, I think really for social reasons.
Hal, thanks very much for joining us this morning. Very interesting fund, and I didn't realize that you were so political, but we kind of like that.
Well, thank you. And people can learn about this at investpolitically.com. Investpolitically.com and look at what we have.
Okay, you got it. Hal Lambert, thanks for joining us, sir. We appreciate it.